Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing well. There we go. I didn't think Facebook was going to pop up for me, but there it is. Hope everyone's doing wonderful. Like I said, we will give you just a couple of minutes to get connected. Let me turn off my voice so I'm not hearing myself. Getting a little situated. There we go. The night got away from me. So we'll give everybody just a minute or two to find us, and then we will jump in and get started. Be sure and say hello and let me know you're here. I have a really cute card to show you tonight using some new paper. Why is my camera dropping? Let me go. There we go. I kept looking up and my head was going down, down, down. Don't you love that? Technology at its finest, right? All right. It's a pretty nice evening out. Not too, it's been a pretty nice day, really, but I understand rain is on the way. Yuck. I don't want it, but I guess we need it, right? Hi, Miss Gail. Good to see you. All right, I'm gonna wait one more minute. This past weekend was our Spring Creative Escape. We had a wonderful time. We had a theme with flamingos, so everyone was simply flamazing, right? And we just had the best day. I didn't want it to end. I think it was one of my favorite themes ever. And now I'm already working on the one for September. So if you didn't get to come to this one, you have to watch for details of the next one coming up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Today is Friday, April the 24th, 2024. No, time out. April 24th, 2026. Oh my goodness. I was getting ready to say, I can't believe it's already Derby time. It just seems like it just got here all of a sudden. I'm just shocked. We are on baby watch. Sarah is due to have her second son, actually on Derby Day. But it sounds like that she might be going early. So we are anxiously awaiting that. And then, of course, we just, like I said, had our Spring Creative Escape, which was a lot of fun. I did post a few pictures up on the group. You can take advantage of that. So hopefully everybody is having a wonderful week and they're looking forward to Derby. Let me tell you very quickly a few things that are going on, mostly for reminders. The catalog is changing, as I've told you over the last couple of weeks. The annual catalog as we know it, as well as the current mini catalog, these are both going away on May the 4th. Now, when that happens, of course, whenever we know that a catalog is soon to be leaving us, we have our last chance list, and that did update recently. And there are items out there up to 60% off. So go check out those items. If you see something that says last chance, you'll know that it is while supplies last. If you see something that says currently unavailable, you know that's coming back. And if one of your favorites is not coming up in the online store at all, that means that it has already retired and is no longer available. Now, I will have all of my retired products at BOGO, so if there is something that you're looking for that you didn't have a chance to grab before it left, let me know, and if I have it and no one else has asked for it, I'll be happy to put your name on it so you can get it at BOGO sale. The other thing I wanted to tell you is when this new catalog comes out, we've already talked about how we're now moving to 3 catalogs a year, 3 4-month catalogs, and that the best bet is to shop on the online store so you always know what's going on, because publications starting with this new one will be just that. They're going to be a single publication, while your staple items will now be in the catalog, which I'm loving. The catalogs are intended to show new product. So each time a new catalog comes out, you're going to see new things in addition to your staples. So just because it's not in the next catalog that comes out doesn't mean it's not available. So again, shopping on the online store is the best place to go to find all of those. Now, if you're not currently working with the demonstrator and you're like me and you want a hard copy of the catalog, just let me know. I do have them and I'll be happy to get one to you. You're welcome to pick it up, or I can put it in the mail for you. Now, something we started back in December was our product of the month. And for $75, you can get the product of the month for $5. So again, your order has to be $75 before shipping and tax. And then if you want, you can take advantage. So I kind of showed you, it's called the Eyelet Bloom Dies. It's gorgeous, but I want to show it to you in person because I did get mine. It is so pretty, and what's crazy about it is that when you run it through, the little pieces do pop out in various places, but they also, these blossoms lift, so it just makes a really, really pretty background. So we'll be working with that coming soon. But I did want you to see it so that you could take advantage of it. And then we do still have some of the previous months product of the month left over as well. So if you didn't have a chance to take advantage of those, you can. But I'm just excited to play with that because that is going to be so much fun. Now, one thing I wanted to also remind you is that whenever I have a new catalog that comes out, I do a DSP, or a designer series paper share, and I am working on that right now to get you that cost if you're interested. But I'm also doing my new In Color Club, so that is going to be starting in May. It's 5 months, so it's May through September, and each month you will get a new In Color from the new 5. So, and in that collection, you'll get, of course, your stamp pad, your refill, your ink pad, the Blends Duo, the Glimmer Brush, the Designer Series paper, the ribbon, as well as the new pearlized paper. So you get a lot of product. It's $75 a month, which is much cheaper than having to break the bank and try to get everything. It gives you different colors every month. So at the end of the 5 months, you'll have all of the new colors, etc. Now, it does also include the rosin dots and the new butterflies, and a card utilizing that color for the month. So you'll get lots of different ideas as well. So if you're interested in that, you do need to sign up by the 10th. You don't pay anything right now. You just sign up, and then I will send you out an invoice on the 10th. And then as soon as you pay it, we'll get everything ready to go, and it'll be shipped by the 20th. But again, it's a great way to be able to get a sampling of all of the products without having to break the bank to get them all at once. What else is coming up? Oh, events. I am super excited. I have been posting about this, as has the Candle Barn. I am partnering with the Candle Barn, which is in Shepherdsville on Highway 44. It is a female-owned business. It is so cute. I am so excited about it. But we are doing our first partner class the day after Derby, and that is on May the 3rd from 2 to 4. And it is called My Mother, My Friend. And it is a Mother's Day intended class, but what I've put together is perfect for any female within your life, a friend, your sister, your aunt, your grandparent, anything like that. So super fun. You're going to be creating a customized candle in a white milk glass jar. I think it's called milk glass. It reminds me of Dotted Swiss. It's beautiful, but you're going to get to pick the color and the scent. And in addition to that, you're going to be making a 7x7 sampler and a coordinating card. Now, there are pictures up here on the group, as well as the link to register for that class. You're not registering through me this time. You're registering through the Candle Barn. It's $45. Right now, they're having a deal that if you buy 2 tickets to any of their, they call it the paint and pours. So any of their upcoming classes, you're going to get 15% off. So if you and a friend decide you want to come to this class, you can get it at a discount. But you'll find all that information up on the Candle Barn, as well as here in the group. When you do go to register, just look for the date and drop it down to May the 3rd to sign up. So if you have any trouble or you have any questions, just let me know. But I am super excited. This class is so pretty. The pictures do not do it justice. I would show it to you, but it's actually on display at the Candle Barn right now. But I can tell you it's using the new Lovely Blossoms paper that has all of that gold fold in it, and it's simply gorgeous. You're going to love it. Okay, starting mid-May, we're trying to finalize the date now. I'm going to start having my monthly card class. It's not club, it's a card class. We're going to be making 3 projects for $18. It's going to be on either Tuesday or Wednesday evening, and I should know the final dates tomorrow, and I will get that posted. But I'm very excited about that. You've been asking me to bring Card Club back. And I decided, yeah, we'll bring it back, but we'll do it a little differently. So again, there's no ordering. You just come, pay your $18 and make your 3 projects, and everything is already done for you. All you have to do is your stamping and put together your project. So again, a fun time to get together. And then on June the 7th will be BOGO. We do not have a Stamp-A-Stack in May. It is typically BOGO, but since it falls on Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to bump it over a week, and it'll be on June the 7th from 12 to 4. And that is where I put out all of my retired product. And for every $1 you spend in retired product, you get free in the brand new catalog. So you can come anytime between 12 and 4, but it's better to come earlier because you have the best selections of things, and everything is discounted and ready to go home, right? Okay. Make sure you're commenting, saying hello, and letting me know you're here. For some reason, I am not seeing comments. I had this trouble last week, so if you're commenting, hopefully they will pop up here any second. I had to refresh. Let's see if that works. But make sure you're commenting, saying hello, and letting me know you're here. And I will put your name in the drawings, of course. Let's see. Okay, we're just going to roll with it, and I will comment after the fact. So hello to everyone that's here. I do see lots of comments. It's telling me I have comments. There we go. Now I see them. There's Diana and Carol and Kim Lanham and Linda Alfox. So hello to everyone. Miss Gail. Okay, like I said, go ahead and comment, say hello. Make sure that you share the video by typing the word shared in all capital letters, so your name will go into that drawing as well. But we are going to be drawing for the card that we did last time, which used the new Flower Fair stamp set and a technique called highlighting. So I just love how this card turned out. So let's see who is going to get that. It is going to go to Linda Alfox. So Linda, I will get that ready for you. And then for sharing, of course, those people that's name I draw is going to get a stack of cards from my stash. So let's see who is going to get that. And that's going to go to Diana Harris. So Diana, I have your information, and I'll get that ready for you. Okay, and then of course, as we've talked, if you place an order in my online store and it's $35 or more, I like to send out an embellishment as a thank you. And this month it's the Earthy Matte Dots. I just love these. It's Lost Lagoon, Cherry Cobbler, pecan pie, and early espresso. So great for your masculine cards coming up. And then of course, if your order is $75 or more, you can get the product of the month and this. So yes, you can get both. Okay, so I've got all of that situated, and then I'm going to put the camera down so you can see what we are working on. And when I do my creative escape, I take all of my stamp sets, and some of them got mixed in. The retired or retiring got mixed in, and I didn't catch it. So we're using a stamp set that retired, and I apologize for that for our sentiments, okay? But you can utilize any one that you have. This is a birthday card, and it features some new paper that just recently came out. I love this paper. It is called Artisan Sketched Garden. It comes in your 12 by 12. You get 2 sheets of each. I love black and white paper anyway, and I love the fact that you can color it, use your blends, do all kinds of things, and we're actually going to do that tonight. So again, it's already black and white, so you've got some stripes and lots of different florals. And I've been seeing some awesome things done with this paper. Of course, you can use your brayer, you can sponge it, but the patterns are just beautiful. I love these roses. And then some little tiny blossoms. You've got some vases. And another nice pattern. Some polka dots. And more florals. So you can see there's lots and lots of possibilities that you can do with this paper. And I love, like I said, all the different kind of predetermined blossoms that you can work with. So this is a fun fold. It's a modified Z. So we're going to start with a piece of basic black. This is 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to score it at 1.5 and 4 1/4. And of course, I'll have all the measurements for you up on the Creative Cove here shortly. Okay. Then you need a piece of basic white. This is your normal 4 by 5 1/4. You need various patterns of designer series paper. Where's my other one? No, they stuck. Okay. So I'm going to start with these two. Okay. And these are from the same pattern. You need 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 5 1/4. And we just went cattywampus. Okay, let's fix this. Is that better? Hopefully. I don't know why we're crooked. Let's see. No, I went the wrong way. There we go. Let's see if that straightens this up. Oh, now we're standing on our head. I apologize. Okay, then you need another piece. This is 2.5 by 5, 1.5 by 5 1/4, and then another pattern that is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so those are your basic pieces for your card. Then I went ahead and cut out with the Everyday Arches a piece of the Petunia Pop. This is the larger one, as well as a basic white. And then we are going to work with some of the paper that looks like the vases, and we're going to work with this one right here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get our basic card put together. You are going to need your bone folder, of course. And when you're doing a Z fold, it's always best to do your folding starting with the middle or the one closest to the opposite end, which means, so I'm going to start first. I'm going to flip it over so my fold is in the middle. And I'm going to fold that onto itself and burnish it. And then we're going to fold this one back. So I call it a modified Z simply because Z folds can go in different directions and they can be wider or skinnier depending on where you put your score mark. So you can see it looks like a Z, but it's not quite as wide as you sometimes will see, okay? So the way this will work then is we have panels here and we have panels in the front that we can do things with. So I'm going to start first with my piece of basic white and my 1.5 by 5 1/4 strip. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this down first. And I want to do that because it helps me to know where I'm going to do my stamping for the inside of my card. So I'm going to do that first. And we'll get this built up and then we will work on our front piece. Okay, so I've got that down. Now again, like I said, I'm using the right words. I love the stamp set and I somehow totally missed that it has already retired. But if this is one that you were looking for and you did not get it and you'd like it, please let me know and I will be happy to put your name on it and you can get it at BOGO. Okay, so I'm going to put on the inside to someone worth celebrating every single day. But again, you can use any stamp set that you have. Perfect. We're going to lay that aside. All right. And then I'm going to leave that open. I'm just going to push it over here out of the way. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put that piece on the inside. Okay. Yep, good. Okay. I noticed the other day that my memento was very juicy. So I'm trying to be careful, make sure it doesn't smear. Okay, I'm going to add that to the center. Okay. Then we're going to take one of the two patterns that we have, okay? And I want to do some work on that one, but I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to put this to the front of my card. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to fit it right here. And again, we're going to leave a border all around. This is really a very easy card and one that uses your scraps up because we're using simply strips. And of course, as you cut your paper down, you're going to find that you have those. Now, I like to turn mine and burnish in both directions. And it will sometimes help our card to lay a little flatter. Okay, so we'll do that. Then this piece is going to go right here on the front, just like that. Does everyone have plans for Derby? I understand it is going to rain pretty much every single day. And I either missed this or it's something new, but I heard that the Pegasus Parade is going to be on Sunday, and I always thought it was on Thursday, so I thought that was very odd. I'm going to bring in some blends to work with, and I have Petunia Pop, I have Pool Party, and I also have Lemon Lime Twist, okay? And I'm going to work with this floral right here, but I'm also going to work on here using the same color. So what I want to do first is grab a piece of grid paper. Okay. And I'm just going to add some colors in various places on here. And I think I'm going to mostly do the little flowers And not all of them, so you don't have to sit and watch me color all. But I am just randomly picking different flowers to add the splash of color to. Okay. We'll do this one. And that's what's fun about this paper too, is that you can color very quickly. You can leave some white when you're coloring to add some dimension. Okay. Let's do this one. And again, I'm just splashing color. I'm not really being too neat about it. Let's do one up here. All right. Then I'm going to use my lemon lime twist. And I'm going to color some of the leaves throughout this pattern. Another one. And what I have noticed about this paper, I actually thought I got it wet and that the ink had smeared, but it actually is part of the paper. I think I got them all. All right, so we're just going to do that with that one. And then we'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to color in my leaves. Nothing uberly fancy here. I'm not even going to do much shading, although I could. Okay. And then we'll do these down here. Okay. We'll add our petunia to our flowers. And what's fun about this fold and this design is that you can could do your stamping if you want. I just decided instead of stamping, I would just color. I like it anyway. And I'm going to leave white so we have our shadows, okay? All right, so we've got that. We've got this piece. So we're going to take this one and we will add it to the inside so that we have some color definition to tie everything together. Okay. That's going to go there. And then this one for the front, move that, get my scissors. And I'm going to quickly fussy cut it out. Would be lovely if this paper had coordination to where there was a die set, but there isn't. I think we're spoiled with our dies, right? I'm just going to quickly fussy cut this out. And again, let me do it this way. There are days when I can fussy cut pretty fast, and then there are days like tonight when my eyes are being a little difficult. I've noticed as I've gotten older that as I get tired, my eyes seem to be what is most tired first. You have that problem where things get blurry, or they don't want to, not necessarily not focus, it just doesn't seem to focus as well. It drives me crazy. Okay, here we go. Almost. And again, I'm just kind of making it chunky. Okay. And I'll come around here. Almost. And I know there are people who do not like to fussy cut. I do when I'm not talking. Sometimes. And you always want to move your paper, not necessarily your scissors. Of course, you have to open up your blade. Almost. Yay. Okay, done. I'm going to snip that. All right, so there's that. Okay. So we're going to bring in these. And before I do that, I want to stamp happy birthday. Okay. I'm going to put happy birthday right down here. Okay. Then we'll add this one onto here. And again, hope it doesn't smear. Oh. We have a new, I think I told you last time, we have a new black that has just been coming out, or is just coming out in the new catalog, that is a combination of Memento and Stays On. So those pads are going away, but I haven't used it yet. So I plan to do that soon to test it out and see what I think. And I will share that with you. There we go. Come on. Come on. Okay. We're going to add this right here in the center. Okay. And then let me close this up. And we're going to add this to, okay. Now I find that it's easier to put my dimensionals on my flap instead of putting them on the back of my element. And that way, I know right where they need to be. Okay, so I'll pull those off. Take this and center it. I feel like I'm lopsided. There we go. Okay, like that. And then I've got some basic pearls. And we will add those. I'm going to actually put them in the center of my flowers. And, whoop, come on, little one. There we go. And then we'll add some bigger one down here. And one thing I did not grab, I need to get really fast. Is my Wink Estella. And I want to add Wink Estella to the water. There we go. And here's your card. It goes just like that. Now the fun thing about this is it will sit up so that they can display it just like that if they like. And this paper is just fun because I did another one. This one I did a red background. This is the arches. And this one uses the branching out dies. And you'll notice I didn't fussy cut it. I just actually cut it right from the paper. Oh, thank you guys. That's so sweet. But exactly the same card. different sentiments, different coloring in different places. And again, like I said, this one we fussy cut. This one I just die cut right from the paper. So there's lots of options that you can do with this, and you can see just how different they look just by changing the one thing. So hopefully you like that and you'll give it a try. So that's your card for this evening. I hope you like it. Like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I'll have all the measurements up on the Creative Cove here shortly for you, along with some additional pictures. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, my plan is to be live next Thursday because, of course, Friday is Oaks. And we will go from there. Thanks so much for being here, everyone, and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.